Hi friends, I'm going to teach you how to furniture flip an old nightstand into a witch's altar. This video is made for the Whimsy Academy event that is happening on Friday, August 28th, 2026. So if you're watching this video from the QR code in my booth, thank you so much, and you're such a badass, and I hope that you make lots and lots of witchy altars and magical things to use from things you have at home or things that you find at the thrift store. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to start out by saying I'm getting used to talking to a camera. YouTube talking to the camera is not my forte, so I apologize for any awkward moments, and I also have my notes here so I don't forget what I was trying to say or like wind up going on a tangent. I might still go on a tangent, but anyway. So the first part is that you are going to need a nightstand. But where do you go? How do you find them? How do you know it's the right one? All great questions. So I'm going to preface this by saying you don't need a lot of money for this. Some of my favorite altars are sidewalk scores. I happen to be walking by at the right moment and boom, there it is, you know? Or there was a piece of furniture that a roommate left behind that nobody was thinking about, and then boom, there you go. So, where do you go besides the street? And how do you find the right one? So, besides looking out on the curb or going out on bulky garbage pickup day and keeping an eye out there, you can also check Facebook Marketplace. A lot of times people will be giving things away for free. And nightstands are just one of those things that, like, once you type that you're searching for it once, they will pop up all over the place. So keep your eyes peeled. Also, like, set an intention for what you want to use this for, and then trust your intuition. So the magic starts from within you, right? So you are having a plan and an intention that you are going to find an object that you will then use for your magical practices. So trust your intuition. And you're kind of probably like, what does my intuition have anything to do with old nightstands and like witches' altars? Everything. What I mean by trust your intuition is that little nagging feeling that you have, or just something whispering, telling you to do something a little out of the ordinary. Trust that. So a good example of this is I used to take the same walking path home from work every single day. Same street, same everything. And I really, really needed something that was going to cost me money that I didn't have. And that one day where I was like lamenting about this thing, I got a pull to go in a different direction. No reason why. I just had a random thought like, oh, you should go down that block. And I typically would ignore that because I'm very much a creature of habit, same thing every single day. But I decided to trust it. And I went down that road, and lo and behold, the thing I needed to replace right there in a big pile, right in the path where I normally never would have walked. So that's how I mean by trust your intuition. So when you start, you're going to set the intention for the type of magical workings you're going to do. What does this piece of furniture look like? Is it tall? Is it a short thing? Does it have lots of drawers? Like, really visualize it and set the intention, and then ask great universal source or Gus, or whatever you want to call it. Ask them whatever, to send you a sign of where to find the thing. And it's as simple as that. And then you're just going to trust. All right? So now you have your nightstand and you need to cleanse it. So when I say cleanse it, I mean physically and I mean spiritually. Don't ever skip this step. Number one, because like maybe you just sidewalk scored something and gross. And two, because this is where you're going to be doing your magical workings. You need to reset the energy from the thing that you had before and get it on a clean slate so that you can build onto what you're trying to manifest in the different types of workings that you do. So I don't know about you, but when I first started creating my altars from upcycled nightstands and I pulled my first piece of furniture literally out of the trash, my mind went to one place: bugs. Immediately bugs. Am I inviting bugs into my home? Gross, right? And I will tell you, my favorite thing that I do to every single piece of furniture before I even bring it in the house is I dust diatomaceous earth all over it. So diatomaceous earth is my best friend. It's a natural powder, so it's pet safe, it kills bugs, and you just literally put it all over everything. And then normally I'm dealing with smaller pieces of furniture, so it can fit inside of a large black contractor bag, but I'll seal it up and then I leave it there and let it sit for a week, at least, sometimes longer if it is particularly grody. So while you're doing this whole step with like powdering it with the diatomaceous earth to make sure that you're taking care of all the buggies, you can also weave in some of your magical practice to this. So maybe you have some favorite incense, or rosemary is great to burn. So you have a little herbal friend there to help you, incense, whatever, and you're smoke cleansing it while also doing the diatomaceous earth. You could even take like a little bit of the ashes from the incense that you're burning and mix that in with the diatomaceous earth, just kind of give it a little bit of spiritual oomph while you're cleaning and getting rid of all whatever critters could potentially be on your piece of furniture. So our week has passed and now we're ready to actually like start washing it because the dust has had its time to like seep into the pores and you can clean it. So this is the first time that you're kind of like, if you have an outdoor space, maybe you did this first step outdoors, but it's the first time that the furniture piece is meeting your home or your dwelling. So like you take it out of its bag, whatever, now it's making contact. So in this, you're definitely going to want to clean it like physically with soap and water. But also, again, we're going to weave in the spirituality and like, how can we make our cleansing even more potent? And while you're doing all of this cleansing, you should be thinking about resetting the energy of the physical object, and don't start manifesting yet. We've got time for that. So I like to use Murphy oil soap in with a lot of the wooden furniture as my cleaner, and then I like to add Florida water to the soap mixture. Sometimes if I have no Florida water, I'll go with a little bit of essential oil of whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So in this circumstance, I like to use lavender, very calming. So we're gonna reset everything as we're washing. And again, you can have your incense going, your smoke cleanse going, go inside all the drawers, knobs, handles, around everything, and you're really cleaning it. And then physically washing it with either an extra oomph from Florida water or some sort of essential oil that you like using. Okay, so after I've done all of the washing physically with the soap and rinse off, I'm still not done. I'm going to do another cleaning with a steamer. And steamer, I really like to go in all little crevices and creases of every single joint of all of the pieces of furniture to really make sure that you're getting it very, very clean. And this is another area where I like to add in just like a little pinch of essential oil, or if you have a sprig like of rosemary or like a little piece of lavender or whatever kind of herb you like working with, and put that inside of your steamer and just kind of let it seep in the water as you're steaming. That's another good way to cleanse physically the piece of furniture before you work on it. And now for the fun part, the design. Goodbye script, mainly because I stopped writing the script. So this is just me talking to you about the design, which is, again, my favorite part. So what we're not going to do here is judge ourselves, and we're not going to judge our creative expression. This is a part of your creativity and a part of your craft. So let yourself feel the thing. I don't want to hear, I'm not an artist. Psst. I think about the statue of the David by Michelangelo, and he at some point had said that the David was already inside the piece of marble. It was just his job to uncover it. So with that being said, like, artwork is making a piece of art, making something creative is not exclusive only to those who consider themselves artists. Anybody can create something. And there is something about being the person to uncover the artwork that already exists inside the object. And of course, like with all great artists, practice makes you better. It's a learned skill and something that you can get better at through time. For these purposes, what we're talking about is an object that you've already spent a lot of time manifesting to you, cleansing and resetting, cleaning the slate, and now you have the thing that you're infusing your intentions, what you want to manifest into it in the form of creativity, in the form of expression. So while you do this step, a couple things that I want you to think about is, what is it telling me that it wants? This one is telling me it wants to be pink. I don't know. It just wants to be pink. Every time that I look at it, it tells me that it wants to be pink. Sometimes there are things that you think wants to be one way, and then while you're in the middle of it, turns into something totally different. Follow your instincts, follow your gut, experiment, play. You can use citrus strip, to strip off any paint or guck or varnish and wind up with a clean slate, polish that and be done with it. You can also layer. Like if you start with one color and then you decide, gross, that's not what I want, put a different color on. Experiment, play with it. Another thing that you can do is, while you've set your intention for what's the vibe, what's the color, what does it feel like, what do I want to feel like while I'm using it, you can also work on your sigil magic and create a sigil, or not even a sigil, just write a love letter to yourself physically underneath everything and then paint on top of it. What magic are you making while you create? So now we've got and a couple just like non-woo-woo tips for this sort of stuff. There is citrus strip to strip away varnish or any sort of paint if you want to. I often get impatient, so I straight up just take a sander and start sanding it. There is also something called like a wood filler. Let me get out my little furniture supplies bin over here. All right, so this is some of my favorite stuff. So furniture pads, definitely awesome for the bottom so you're not scraping your wood floor. And this is wood filler. So oftentimes if you're getting your nightstand from the garbage or a thrift store, there's going to be some flaws that you'll want to kind of fix. So wood filler is really great. And also, after purchasing this, I found out that you can literally make your own wood filler from sawdust and water and just turn it into a paste. So, which is also another tip is, whoa, what it looks like on the inside. So anyway, when the wood filler gets hard, you can add water to it and mix it up, and then it rejuvenates it. I definitely went on a tangent for another like 10 minutes talking about the whole creative process, and then realized that my phone was not recording any of it. So anyway, we're at the end. I'm gonna put in all of my tools that I like to use for this, but really like the part that I want to highlight to everybody is have fun with it. Have fun with it. This is something that you're making with your hands. You have a connection to it. You've done all this work to get the nightstand, transform it, reset the energy, infuse your own creative energies into it and manifest. And you know what? It's yours. You can change and manipulate it as needed. Cleanse it as often as you need it. If you start looking at it and you're like, that's not the vibe anymore, sand over it, paint it again, add something new. There's so many fun possibilities, and yeah, I just hope that you guys have fun with it. If you're making your own altars and want to talk, definitely let me know in the comments section below. I love to talk about this sort of thing, and happy altar making, everybody. Bye.